I accidentally cut my finger, but the wound healed instantly. I was very surprised. To test my superpower, I put my hand over the fire, still unharmed. The bully didn't believe I had superpowers, and punched me hard, but I felt no pain at all. So the bully picked up a stick and hit me on the head, but he was the one who got hurt. I was so excited, but he ran away in fear. Later, to get revenge, the bully gathered a group of friends. As soon as I appeared, they stepped hard on the gas, trying to run me over. I tried to escape quickly, but a bike could not run a car. The bullies smiled grimly and drove right over me. Surprisingly, I was still uninjured. The bullies were terrified and fled the scene at once. When the ambulance arrived, everyone was amazed by me. No one could explain what happened with physics. The bullies were punished, and my life returned to normal. One day in class, I picked up the goddess's hair tie, bit off the tag, and the next second we entered an illusion. The farce didn't end until the girl screamed. At this time, I didn't notice at all. That danger was coming. To avenge their leader, the bullies sneaked into my house. They tied the house to a pickup truck with chains, then started the engine. The house collapsed instantly, and gas leaked. My mom tried to escape, but couldn't open the door. Soon the house exploded. When I rushed home, I ran straight into the fire and carried out my mom's body. I roared in anger, vowing to avenge my mom. The next day, the bullies drove by. They laughed happily and provoked me with words. I couldn't stand it anymore. Followed them all the way to the river. While the bullies were swimming, I sneaked behind some of them, picked up a piece of clothing, tore it with my mouth and ate it. Then I used the clothes to strangle their necks tightly. The bully who was swimming suddenly couldn't breathe, as if he was suffocating. As I pulled harder and harder, he gradually stopped struggling. When his friends noticed something was wrong and pulled him out, the bully was already dead. This was just the beginning. Later in chemistry class, I deliberately provoked a bully. To anger him, the bully angrily splashed concentrated sulfuric acid at me. To everyone's surprise, I was unharmed. Instead, the bully's face melted. Now only one remained. I sneaked into the bully's car and took his socks. I ate the socks, then pierced my leg with an electric drill. The bully fell to the ground on the spot. Since then, I completed my revenge.
The man's body began to swell, like a huge balloon. It looked like he was about to explode. All the doctors ran away in fear. Only one person stayed behind, but he was soon swallowed by fat. The man ran toward the city center. The ground shook with each step he took. The terrifying scene scared the passers-by. Just as he was about to hurt someone, a scent caught his attention. The man ran straight toward it. He saw a woman inside, then reached his hand into the house. The woman, frightened, fell onto the bed. However, the man didn't hurt her. He just wanted to eat the chicken legs inside, but they weren't even enough to fill the gap between his teeth. Suddenly he felt a stomachache, so he quickly covered it with his hand. People seemed to realize something. The next second, the man let out a loud fart. As the gas hit, it was as if a typhoon had swept through the street. A girl was almost blown away. An elderly man, unaware of what was happening, struck a match. The police tried to stop him, but it was already too late. The man woke up suddenly, scared. It had all just been a dream. He decided to start losing weight. The next day, he signed up for a dance class, but he looked completely out of place. When he tried switching to weightlifting, this time he broke the equipment. Desperate, he went to see a Chinese doctor. Even though he was pricked like a hedgehog, his weight didn't change at all. He mustered the courage to ask his crush out to a bar. At first, they chatted happily, but the mood was ruined by a singer trying to liven up the atmosphere. He said the man's butt was like a watermelon. The man lost face in front of his crush, feeling both angry and embarrassed, so he immediately returned to his lab to mix a mysterious potion. Even though he didn't know the consequences, his only thought was to lose weight. The man drank it without hesitation. Then he looked extremely painful, fell to the ground and lost consciousness. Soon the potion took effect. His body deflated rapidly. When he woke up from the coma, he was not only thin, but also very handsome. The man could hardly believe it, walking out of the lab happily. His large-sized clothes no longer fit. He put on all kinds of tight clothes, an experience he'd never had before. After that, he found his crush, pretended not to know her and struck up a conversation, and they met again at that bar. This time he was very confident. He not only talked back to the singer, but also physically stuffed him into a piano. When he returned to his seat, his lips suddenly started to swell.